All right, so our app is called Team. Together, everyone achieve more. The problem I had was trying to solve is I've been in groups like community and labor groups, and right now I'm in a political group that's national. It's in between U.S. National conferences. We have a hard time with like proposals and commenting on proposals and voting on it and taking action on that, and seeing what proposals there are and like where the votes are. So right now we're using email lists sometimes. Sometimes people comment in different threads and different comments here and voting here. Sometimes we use our Facebook group, and sometimes we're using both, and it gets confusing. So I wanted to solve that problem. So our app, user can join in, register, start a project or a group. We call it projects. Projects. You can make a proposal, and then people can comment on it and vote. And then in the future, we want to tally the votes and email it out to the people so they know what the actions to take and stuff. And it's kind of like a project manager app to do. Let's see. Arzu worked on the front end. Flavio, he worked on the back end. The new technology was the authentication that I worked on. It took me a while. It's kind of confusing. With bcrypt for hashing password, and then password too for the authentication. One of the problems I had for that was, one of them was trying to get to redirect to the page after the form was submitted, and I had to change it to the form group action right from the form instead of an AJAX request, was one problem I had. So that was the other problem. So Flavio is going to go through the app process and show you how it works.
Thank you, Ricky. Okay, as Ricky said, this is just a very simple platform where you can share content with other people, like you can create projects and we can create discussions, you can make votes to decide changes on the project, and you can share files, basically. Like, we are not actually storing the files, we are just sharing, we're storing the links, so if you have Google Doc files or any kind of source, you can just store them. We got a little behind the schedule because of the passport, but we figured that out, finally. And so, first thing, you can just go and then we can create a user. So I'm using a model called Express Validator with Flash something, sorry guys, I can't remember. Connect Flash, yeah. So the Express Validator basically is just making sure all the information I'm submitting to the form is valid, and I'm using Connect Flash just to display that in the screen, like, let's see, make a different password there. Yeah, so try to submit that. So you can get the red thing, well, that's Connect Flash going on. And you can create the users, you can log in with the user. The authentication is working properly, nice, cool. Let's see, so resume some user for us. So yeah, you see that green thing saying like now you can log in with your user. After you log in, basically you get prompted with the home page and says a little hi with the username there, and then you have the dashboard. So our dashboard doesn't have that many information, it's very simple, but basically you can like display all the user information, all these projects, this content. It's being passed from the back end to the front end. We're just not displaying all those informations yet. You can add projects. After you add it, you create your project. Oh, sorry. Oh yeah, that project is what exists. So it's just my database showing some errors. So you cannot have two projects with the same name. So again, like the UI is not working, but my back end is basically grabbing the information, making the queries. I have validations going on with the validator, with the Express validator. After that pass, I have some validations going on into my database. So just make sure my database has integrity. And I'm handling those errors using Flash, Connect Flash, and also a couple of callbacks like rendering errors and stuff like that. That was the most challenging part for me, was making sure I was like catching all possible errors, and like some errors come directly from the database, some errors come from the validation, some errors come from whatever else, and they all come, like you have to treat them separately. So yeah, it's pretty much it. So this just displaying all the users. So again, there's much more to do in our application. We must get the back end working properly. We have validations, we have the routes, we have the back end testing out whatever you need for, and we have just to work to the front end to try to build more stuff. And yeah, overall it's just SQLize as a database, and we are running our Node server with handlebars as a template engine, and we are authenticating using Passport, just with local strategy, but I'm planning to expand that, of course. But yeah, it's pretty much it. So it's with you.
Okay, I just want to say hello. My friend described the whole project. I just work on the front end, but after Passport, I should change everything because we lost a lot of pages, and I had challenged to back the main UI, and I use the handlebars, bootstraps, and CSS and HTML. That's it. Thank you.
Just quick thing, like the problem she has, because we first built our front end, our client side application, having all the post requests into JS files, and we couldn't make that work with Passport somehow. So we have to remove all that. So all our post requests now are sending from forms into our handlebar files. So we have no JS files at all. We have just a couple CSS files, and we have all the forms in the handlebars, and that's being sent directly to the backend. So that's it. Questions? No? Thank you.